She read the room. Let's be clear. Black history didn't end in 1968. It did not freeze in black and white photographs. It did not retire with the marchers. Black history is happening in real time. And one afternoon in May 2024, in a congressional hearing room, Black history looked like composure under provocation. It looked like restraint wrapped in razor sharp intelligence. It looked like a sister who does not play. During a House Oversight Committee hearing, Marjorie Taylor Greene leaned into spectacle. She looked at Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and said, "I think your fake eyelashes are messing up what you're reading." Let's pause there. Not policy, not law, not governance, not data, eyelashes in the United States Congress. Now, understand what that moment was. It was not about cosmetics, it was about decorum policing, it was about tone policing, it was about appearance as weapon. It was an old tactic dressed in modern lighting. Because historically, when Black women step into power, their intellect is not attacked first. Their presence is, their hair, their voice, their body, their face, their look. From enslaved women whose bodies were inspected and commodified, to Black women lawyers told they were too loud, to professors advised not to focus only on race, the strategy is the same. Discredit the container so you don't have to confront the content. But here's the part they didn't expect. Jasmine Crockett is an attorney. She understands language. She understands framing. She understands trap setting. So instead of screaming, instead of losing control, instead of fulfilling the stereotype, she asked a question calmly, strategically. She said, essentially, would it be appropriate for me to refer to someone here as a bleach blonde, bad built butch body? That was not chaos. That was mirroring. That was exposure. That was rhetorical jujitsu. Because suddenly the room had to confront something. If commentary on eyelashes is acceptable, why wouldn't commentary on body type be? If appearance is fair game, why only one direction? She didn't hurl it, she held it up like a mirror. And mirrors make people uncomfortable. Let's contextualize this in Black history. Black women have long been subjected to the strong but silent expectation. Be brilliant, but not intimidating. Be firm, but not sharp. Be educated, but not condescending. Be present, but not powerful. When they respond, they are aggressive. When they remain quiet, they are passive. When they clap back with precision, they are unprofessional. But professionalism has often been defined in proximity to whiteness and distance from Black femininity. What happened in that hearing was not random, it was a microcosm, a live streamed example of what many Black women experience in boardrooms, classrooms, courtrooms, and faculty meetings. You can have the credentials, you can have the resume, you can have the votes, and someone will still reduce you to eyelashes. But here is why the moment matters. Jasmine Crockett did not crumble. She did not retreat. She did not apologize for existing. She used language as shield and sword. That is legacy. That is lineage. That is Shirley Chisholm refusing to be silenced. That is Barbara Jordan speaking with constitutional clarity. That is Black women understanding that respect is not requested, it is enforced through presence. Now, let's be mature about something. The exchange became viral, clips circulated, commentary exploded. Some people said she went too far, others said she handled it perfectly. But here is the deeper point: the original disrespect is often minimized, while the response is scrutinized. That imbalance is the story. When a Black woman defends herself with equal intensity, she is analyzed. She is attacked. It is brushed off as humor. That double standard is not new, it is historical. This is not about party politics. This is about patterns. This is about who is allowed to comment on bodies without consequence. This is about who must maintain composure under insult. This is about the expectation that Black women must endure without reacting. And when they do react, with intelligence, with structure, with control, the system suddenly discovers decorum. Let's say it plainly. Calling attention to a colleague's appearance in a congressional hearing is beneath the dignity of governance. Responding by exposing the absurdity of that tactic is not chaos, it is clarity. And Jasmine Crockett provided clarity. She showed that Black women in power are not required to accept disrespect as the price of admission. Black history is not just marches, it is moments, it is micro moments, it is hearings, it is language, it is strategy. It is a sister standing 10 toes down in a room that was not built for her and refusing to shrink. To the Black girls watching that clip, you can be articulate and sharp. You can be poised and powerful. You can defend yourself without losing yourself. To the institutions watching, if you open the door to personal commentary, do not be shocked when the mirror turns. And to anyone uncomfortable with that moment, ask yourself why the eyelashes comment felt casual, but the mirrored response felt explosive. That answer is where the history lives. Black history is not passive. It is not polite. It is not always quiet. Sometimes it wears lashes. Sometimes it carries law degrees. Sometimes it asks questions that make rooms shift. And sometimes it reads the room so thoroughly that the room doesn't know what hit it. That is power. That is presence. That is modern Black history. And whether people are comfortable with it or not, she is not going anywhere. And neither is the lineage behind her.